Protesters around the country clashed with police for a second night over the Eric Garner case. Police struggle to control these protesters in Chicago. Hundreds clog roads, angry that a police officer will not face charges in Garner's death. In Boston, hundreds tried to interrupt the city's Christmas tree lighting by lying down in the streets.
5 people were arrested in Dallas. Police stopped protesters from entering a major highway, but they still closed all lanes with the threat. But the biggest protest once again filled New York City streets. Police made more than 200 arrests. Jim Axelrod is in Lower Manhattan, where the anger with police continues to grow. Jim, good morning.
Good morning. You know, the family of Eric Garner asked for peaceful protests, and for the most part, so far, at least in New York City, that's what we've seen. But last night, at least 200 demonstrators were arrested, according to the NYPD, as some of this building tension started to boil over. The entrance to the Staten Island ferry was one of the flashpoints last night, as large crowds of demonstrators surrounded police as they began making arrests. Some even taking swings at the cops.
I've just witnessed a sergeant getting punched in the face.
Some protesters tried breaking through barricades while officers fended them off. We found 16-year-old Emma Morgan Bennett in the middle of it all.
I'm exhausted, I'm sick, and I'm tired, and I'm defeated, and this is just unacceptable.
We got a fight going on.
It was a similar scene in Times Square where more scuffles broke out. Dozens of people were taken into custody, loaded onto buses, some saying they'd been charged with disorderly conduct.
I don't understand how black men can keep on getting killed like this. We need to do something. He doesn't care. Nobody cares.
Things were calmer here at Foley Square, where thousands voiced their anger without incident over the grand jury decision in the death of Eric Garner.
I think the crowd is reflective of a lot of people in New York City that are tired of autocratic, unaccountable police.
They carried symbolic black caskets across the Brooklyn Bridge, then shut down traffic by sitting in the streets. Meanwhile, the head of New York's police union, Pat Lynch, came to the defense of Officer Pantaleo.
This was a tragedy, but it's also a tragedy for this police officer who has to live with that death.
Documents released Thursday offer a glimpse into the grand jury's proceedings. The 23-member grand jury sat for 9 weeks and heard from 50 witnesses, including cops, civilians, emergency workers, and doctors. But for the thousands that took to the streets last night, that grand jury decision only fuels a growing distrust about law enforcement.
It's a very diverse crowd, but a largely white crowd yelling Black Lives Matter.
That's true, yeah. As people say, you know, today it's them, tomorrow it's you. So we're really together on this.
We have also learned that Officer Daniel Pantaleo has been the subject of 2 lawsuits for racially based misconduct involving the searches and arrests of African Americans. One case settled for $30,000. The other is still pending. Gail?
Oh, that's a new development in that case. Thank you, Jim Axelrod.